say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Shut up and sit down.
Good evening, race fans. We are live here tonight for the Crows Company Woodworking 100 here at Irwindale Speedway out in Southern California for the Crooked Line Racing Late Model Stock Wednesday Night Series. Got up in here a little late, had to pay some bills. Qualifying is already underway. Let's see if we can pull up our live ticker on the side so you can see where your favorite driver is running at currently when it comes to in regards of the qualifying time. As it looks like Mr. Brian Zimmerman is out on track right now as he just finished up his qualifying effort. Fast enough to go P5 on the board with a 19.15. Gonna have, looks like about 20 drivers showing up out here tonight. Got Treadwell in the number 48. Gonna look take a lap. One thing unique about Irwindale Speedway out in Southern Cali, you notice right now these drivers, they are running right up next to the outside wall. And what that means is you have to focus every single second. If you have one lapse, just one quick lapse of focus, boom, you're in the outside wall. Now you can go to the inside lane, but outside lane is preferred. It's where you're able to pick up the most speed. And look, Treadwell is right up next to that wall. See where the 48 goes. For his second lap around, he was not any quicker, so did not move up the speed chart. Did the 48. See right there, into the outside wall as well. Something you drivers are just going to have to watch here tonight. Want to thank Mullet Music Productions for the great rendition of the National Anthem. Larry Bell sitting top of the board right now. We're going to see if we can pull up Mr. Larry Bell. Have a quick little word with him. Larry, you are in True Sim Productions booth. You got a copy?
I do.
Larry, you put it on pole right now. 20 seconds left in qualifying. Looks like the field's really, really tight. There's just a few hundred separating you and ninth place in the starting grid here tonight. Got 13 seconds left. What's the outlook? What's the strategy feeling like?
Just going to try and survive. I mean, the last time I started on the pole, things didn't go so well. So, yeah, I'm just going to try and survive and hopefully be around at the end.
You know, Bill, I kind of remember the last time you started on pole, but that's neither here nor there. I feel like I got collected in it. But it looks like you boys are heading to the grid now. 100 laps here around Irwindale. Good luck to you, Larry Bell. Sitting pretty out front, that number 43.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, boss. That was Mr. Larry Bell right there in the number 43. He held down provisional pole, then he took the pole over. See if we can pull up our grid, get that grid music rocking and rolling. It's just time to go through our starting grid for tonight's Crow Company Custom Woodworking. Larry Bell, you just heard from Pillars of Performance. He'll be starting P1 with Zach Murphy to his outside on row number 1. Starting inside row number 2, it's going to be the number 31 of Brad Carpenter with the returning face to the Crooked Line Racing Series. Firing off to his outside, it's the 5 of Tyler Johnson. USA Firearms very own Brian Zimmerman P5 with Garrett Crow. He'll be firing off the 38 from P6. He is the hometown boy here tonight. P7, Jeffrey Clifton, Samuel Baumgarten's 8th, Brandon Mellor's in 9th, Wayne Anderson's in 10th, Chris Sawyer's in 11th, with Derek Stanley rolling off P12. And then a little bit further down, 13th, we're going to have Stephen T. Johnson, 14th, Jamie Miller, 15th, Brian Treadwell. Chris Carroll did not put a lap down. Aaron Raymond, last week's winner, has to start in the back. Dustin Lamb, Gary Wright, Lloyd Moore, and Jacob Lamb in the 13th playing shotgun to the field here tonight as these drivers now just await for that pace car to make that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Folks, hit that like button. Want to thank y'all for tuning in. 100 laps here tonight. Want to thank Crow's Company Woodworking for coming out and sponsoring tonight's event. Check them out on Facebook for all your custom woodworking needs. I'm sure they can ship. As looks like the field is slow rolling around. Field is going to be in the hands of Barney Fife Jr., the flagman up top. Led by Larry Bell, Zach Murphy on the front row. Brad Carpenter, Tyler Johnson, they're going to slide it in on that second row. Zimmerman, Garrett Crow, that's row number 3 as green flag is getting ready to fly. As the green flag is out, let's see if we can get a little bit higher of a shot here. As you see Larry Bell going to go way down to the inside. Now you will see drivers elect to do that, but right here, Bell, although he was the post sitter, you see the run that Zach Murphy gets on the outside here, as Zach Murphy is going to be the man front and center out front. Larry Bell's going to try to come up and get clear. He does. That 31 right there behind him of Brad Carpenter. As we get the grid music off there, I apologize for that. We have been known to leave that up a time or two. As you see here, Zimmerman still electing to keep that car down low, trying to get that spot for Johnson. Tyler Johnson to the outside wall ever so slightly. Look at the 1 car of Clifton and the 38 of Garrett Crowe. They are going door to door. You got a few cars still side by side here as they're racing for position. Remember, folks, I say it every week. You got to get what you can here on these restarts, and it looks like these drivers are doing exactly that. Maybe a little beating and banging there. You see the 1 and the 38. They are right there side by side. And the 91, excuse me, of Samuel Baumgartner right to the back of the 38. Nowhere to go. Everybody's checking up. These drivers, they did tangle a little bit right there, but they did keep it clean as well. See if we can jump on board with the 91 of Samuel Baumgartner as he's seeing the battle out front, and then, of course, the battle out back. You see, everybody's just kind of rolling the high lane right now. Brandon Mettler's on the low side, at number 15. Trying to get in front of that 38, but just so hard to get the power down here at Irwindale. It's just going to be a battle all night. As oh, they almost made contact again. You can see most of the field has single filed out. The 15 has not let the 38 get away from him yet. 38 has the momentum every exit. You see the 15 of Brandon Mettler. He does get a little bit of advantage on entry, but it all goes away as soon as they hit the exit. It looks like Crowe may have finally just earned that spot outright. Now the 91's to the outside of Brandon Mettler on the 15, so that tells me right there, once the tires start to heat up, it's really hard to hold down that inside lane, and we're seeing it for ourselves in regards to pace here. As you see, Mettler kind of falling back right now. Needs to try to slot into the high side. One good thing about these longer races, 100 laps here tonight, you can use these first 10, 15, 20 laps to kind of experiment, kind of learn some stuff. As I look back here a little bit further on in the pack, you got Aaron Raymond in the 68 on the high side, 97 and Chris Carroll on the inside. Derek Stanley right there in front of them drivers. As these drivers, they're both running the high lane, the 97 and the 68 of Raymond, and not really giving a whole lot of room. Looks like Aaron Raymond got clear of the 97. Now has his eyes set on the 16. Excuse me, I said that was Derek Stanley earlier. That is actually Stephen T. Johnson here. As they have went single file, let's go back out to the front. It's still the Zach Murphy show out front, leading Larry Bell, Brad Carpenter. That's basically how they slotted in after the restart, or after the initial start of the race. It was like Carpenter maybe trying to peek underneath the 43 of Bell, just not able to get the power down completely here. As let me know in the chat, folks, where you watching from, who we're rooting for. Andrew, Mr. Brian Zimmerman's brother-in-law. I know you're out there watching. Let me hear a whoop whoop in the chat. Who we rooting for? Where are we watching at? Let me know. Let's get it popping up in here. YouTube likes the engagement. Use that thumbs up button. Slap it, hit it, punch it, do whatever you gotta do. But hit that thumbs up button for us. It helps out a ton. As you see, Mr. USAFirearms.com sporting a new paint scheme here tonight. It's old school, but it's new to us. It is the number 28 of USAFirearms.com. As he's able to get a great run on Brad right there in the middle of the corner. These drivers are doing a fantastic job. We are already 15 laps into the Crows Company Woodworking 100 here at Irwindale Speedway. We have had some bumps and bruises along the way. We did see some guys lean on each other, but if you look back in that field, everybody's pretty much single file. You see Aaron Raymond down there in the 68 trying to make that low side work. Let's jump on board with Aaron Raymond. Raymond, he's a younger driver. I think he's only 15 or 16, but he's very, very fast. He's just still young, right? As we grow and mature with age, we start to learn moves. So Raymond, he is somebody that he's got the racehorse mentality. He wants to go, go, go. And that's what we're seeing right here. He started in the back last week's winner. He is pressuring this 18 of Derek Stanley right out in front of him. Just trying to force a mistake out of Tim Horton's machine. But Stanley out front of him right now is doing a mighty fine job. Not let that mistake happen. Chummy Miller in the 06 right here. Love that paint scheme with Chummy Miller. Very, very patriotic. Chummy Miller's a great guy. I love the dude. Good to see him out here racing with us for the Crooked Line Racing Series. And Gary Wright, that car right there, number 89 of Gary Wright, might do a lot of things, but you ain't gonna miss that car because that thing is bright. No, the 89, slight kiss on the outside wall. As we go back out front, got a battle for P2 heating up, but now what? Now the Carpenters went down low. We're going to see if Brian Zimmerman can take over P3. He's going to have to fill that gap fairly quickly right here because it looks like Carpenter, I don't know, Carpenter may get bail here on the inside. Just got to be careful. It takes one mistake for that guy on the inside lane, one mistake for the guy on the outside lane, and boom goes the dynamite. It looks as if Zimmy is trying to get there to close that gap. He knows it's tough to pass out here tonight. Irwindale is going to be one of the toughest tracks we go to all season long to pass at. That is exactly what we're seeing. Yeah, Campbell in the chat. You know, I can never pick just one, but she's got to pick Zimmerman, Baumgartner, and Carroll. Thank you for that, Miss Campbell. We appreciate the engagement. Anybody else out there, let me know who we're rocking with out here tonight. It's the Crows Company 100 from Irwindale. It looks like Tyler Johnson got good pace, but these top four throw a blanket over the top four, and they're currently just kind of run away from the field right now. Tyler Johnson slotted in the 5th place spot in the 5th place car. And look here, Brad Carpenter not going to give it up. He is trying to put that 31 behind his teammate, Zach Murphy. You let teammates get out in front like that, it's going to be a long night for everybody else. But look here, let's add to the storylines really quick. Brad Carpenter, 31, 29, Zach Murphy, their teammates. But 43, 28, Larry Bell in the 43, Brian Zimmerman in the 28. Their teammates. So you got two different teams battling up towards the front here. Then you got Tyler Johnson representing my team, Five Kings Motorsports. So there's a lot of teams out here. A lot of gamesmanship gets played with those teams too. These first 70, 80 laps of the race, teammates, they'll take care of each other. But these last 20, 15, 10 laps of the race, we've always said there's no teammates the last 10 laps of the race. So we're going to find out if that case remains true. As 31, he is right there just pestering the 43. I think that's all Brad's trying to do right now. And right here, it may work. 43's into the outside wall. Did not lose a whole lot of momentum right there. But these guys, the more they battle side by side, that's letting the 29 of Murphy check out and just kind of set sail, get comfortable, not have anybody right there behind the leader pestering him. I still can't say your name, Sierra or Kara or whatever. Pronounce it for me. I am just a dumb redneck from Kentucky who found out how to use a computer, girly. I'm so sorry. I'm terrible with names. If you sound it out for me, I promise you I'll never, ever, ever mispronounce it. I promise. Just give me like a Google translation. You know how Google will kind of paraphrase it and put it, like, pronounce it for you? As we have a hot battle going on right here. As we look on back through the field a little bit. Got Brandon Metler and then the hometown boy Garrett Crow in the Fast House Machine. They are currently running P8 and P9 respectfully. Wayne Anderson in the number 10 car. Got a great looking paint job right there as well. And look at Aaron Raymond. Mama, here comes the kid, the young gun, Aaron Raymond. He is up 5 spots since he hit the grid. He is currently knocking on the door of the number 66 of Chris Sawyer. Yes, folks. Oh, we may have a spinner. Somebody was spinning. Was that Chummy Miller? No caution. Cannot believe that wasn't a caution. Looks like he was wrecking in front of the leaders almost. Battling back here towards the mid-pack portion of the field. Underneath The 48, oh, Treadwell tags the wall on the 48. Nowhere to go for the 06, spins down and contact. Tough break for Chummy Miller in the 06 as we focus back out front. Oh, it's Sarah. Nice. I can't believe I didn't know that. I've called you Sierra, I've called you Claire, I've called you everything, but it's Sarah. And right here, I need to call the action because Carpenter right there once again. I promise you, Bell, he knows. He feels the heat, but somebody else feels the heat. Zach Murphy. They have brought that gap back down to virtually nothing. Murphy, Bell, Carpenter, Zimmerman. That's your top four. Got Tyler Johnson still running P5. As folks, we're going to throw it to an MF Race Designs commercial. Got to pay the bills. We will be back momentarily if something happens. Oh, no. Hold the phone. We will not. Caution on the speedway. As it's not telling me who it was. Was it Chris Carroll? No. Garrett Crow went around right here. What happened to Crow? Battling with the 91. Oh, tags the 91 right in the left rear. Did Sam save that car? If he saved that car, Sarah, we got a wheelman on our hands. Gets to the inside of the 91. Just not enough real estate there. Washes up ever so slightly. 91 gets tagged. Gets straightened out, but then, oh, that may have been a little retaliatory. I'm not sure. Luckily, nobody else involved there. As that's one of them racing deals, folks. As I am one to do. Oh, we have a busy pit road here. See, Mettler stayed out. He is going to take the race lead. Sam stayed out. He'll take P2. Let's see if we can talk to old Sam really quick. Was involved in that last incident. Sam, you're live in True Sim Productions. Very nice booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, oh man, saw a little bit of a dust up right there with Garrett Crow, the hometown boy. Just kind of pushed up, got into the left rear, and then some carnage after that. But I got to ask, how'd you save that car?
I think Garrett's car kind of helped me save it because if you saw, we made contact and then he got spun around. I think that's what overall did it.
I initially called it retaliatory, but now looking back on it, I think y'all kind of met, and then boom, he went around, but then you straightened up. I don't think you ever really had full control of the car, huh?
No, I was trying to save it the whole time, and then, yeah, that's unfortunate. I wasn't trying to do that.
Right. Well, Sam, I see y'all are doing a choose car right now, electing to take the high side. I need to ask you a question. I don't know if you'll give me the details or not. What's the fuel like? Notice a lot of people dip down pit road right there.
We're going to have to stop at least once.
Oh, okay. Okay, there you hear it right there. Samuel Baumgartner letting you know you got to stop once. Good luck, buddy.
Thanks, man.
So these drivers will have to stop for fuel here tonight. That is something that really throws a monkey wrench into this. And Brandon Mettler gets a great launch off on the high side. Chris Carroll, all these drivers, they elected to stay out. That's going to be key right now because track position is key as always. 2 cautions, 3 cautions. They're 3 wide right here for the 5th place spot. Brian Zimmerman to the inside. Looks like the 66 of Sawyer thought better of it. He backed out of it. Did not want to be in that hornet's nest. Look at Zach Murphy. He has led every lap up to this point to 29. Slight contact right there. Man, oh man, restarts here at Irwindale. They remind me of Phoenix in the NASCAR Cup Series on TV. Drivers just going to every which lane that is not occupied. Any lane that's available, they try to take it. You see the 38 give the 29 a little slight nudge. 29 that gets it to the 68 ever so slightly as well. As Andrew Hayden, you know who I'm going with, Zimmy. Love to see it in the chat. Keep it coming, folks. It helps out a ton. As I can't believe I clicked off this battle as the 43 now to the inside of Zach Murphy. Now remember, these two, they ran 1-2 all night. They qualified 1-2, so they proved the 43-29 have great speed. I'm just curious now if the ones that just went down pit lane, if they are good to make it to the end on fuel. They pitted on lap 37. It's going to be close, I would have to imagine. These late model stock cars, they do not have a big fuel cell in them, and then we're only running 60% fuel, so that cuts it down as well. As we go back out front, looks like the 97 is currently hounding the 15. The 15 of Brandon Mettler got his first win in Crooked Line Racing in over 2.5 years, so it felt good for that 15 to sit back in victory lane. I know it. He's looking to go back to back right here in the number 15, the white and blue number 15. As folks, now that has calmed down a little bit, we're losing our voice. We got to throw it over. I'm sorry, we got to pay some bills. Aaron Raymond's going low side rider, trying to UPS is on the way type move. And we will be right back. If there's anything that happens on track, we will bring it right back. We'll be back momentarily. Alrighty, folks, we are back, and I promise you only missed 3 or 4 laps right then. You did not miss a lot of the action. Well, you missed the action, but you didn't miss a lot of it, I promise. You see Brian Zimmerman right there to the inside of Samuel Baumgartner and Raymond. He's up in the top 5 now as well. Chris Carroll looking to the inside of Mettler, just kind of peeking down like that. See if we can jump back on board with Aaron Raymond and see how he's working through traffic right here. Currently, right now, just in a box, nowhere to go. Can't go low, can't go high. So, basically just following the 91 out front, trying not to make contact. Oh, Sam is getting loose in that Savage Edge number 91 machine. As fellas, ladies and gentlemen at home, the voice is about gone. I try not to go to commercials under green flag conditions, but when I'm up here solo in the booth, it's hard. We are passionate, we yell, we get too loud, and caution is out on the speedway. And once again, it's not telling me who was involved. No! The 5 car of Tyler Johnson looks to be involved. Go back and SDK is not going to bring it up for me automatically. We got to do it the hard way. See what happens to the 5 car here. Jeffrey Clifton, Garrett Crow, they are out front. Tyler just walks the dog sideways, overcorrects ever so slightly, and noses it in right to the wall. Oh, gets Gary right in the process. The one good caveat here for Tyler is that car is rolling. It may just die. If he can make it to pit lane, he would be good. He just owed his machine. Man, oh man, Tyler Johnson, he raced with the bunch before. Went to school doing some training to be a pilot. Missed a while. Came back and just cannot get the luck right now. Tyler Johnson, you're up in True Sim Productions booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy.
Tyler, we were watching you right then. I was hoping that car, those wheels kept rolling so you could make it down pit road. Use that fast repair. Ultimately, it did not happen. Talk us through what happened on track.
I just kind of came in a little too hot, got a little loose, and then once it started going out from underneath me, I just couldn't recover. And then turned right back into the wall, trying to recover.
Nosed it into the wall. Tyler, you was having a strong run. You was in the top 5 till that first caution came out. What's the game plan now?
I got, 50 seconds left on the towing, and then I could use my fast repair and then just get back out and run as clean as I can, see what I can get.
Right on, brother. Good to see you're sticking it out. I like to see that, like to hear that. Well, Tyler, tough break right then, buddy. Get that 5 car fixed. That's the one good thing about this league. You do have an extra car sitting there waiting for you. Good luck to you, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
A dejected Tyler Johnson right there because he was running strong. This is only his 2nd or 3rd race back in months. And folks, mama, there's that bad man, Mr. Brian Zimmerman. as I had a nickname for him that I was calling him very often on the broadcast, but I cannot call him anymore. We found out that was not a nice term. So, Mr. Zipper, you're live in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, bud. How you tonight?
I'm doing good. You got some fans in the stands. Andrew's already said, let's go Zimmy. What's the car feeling like? And noticing you're keeping that 28 out on track.
Yeah, I was trying to choose cone there. Sorry. Yeah, I pitted early. I think the strategy was to get fuel when you could,
right,
early, so we can make it to the end. And then I took rights. Key was staying out in front of Aaron Raymond here, see if we could do that. Once we got out in front of him, keeping him behind us going to be the key. We got a long way to go. A lot of guys got some fresh tires here, so it's going to be tough to see if we can hold them off, but we're going to do our best.
Well, good luck, buddy. Sorry this went long. Go get them, buddy.
No problem, man. We're going green.
Are you good on fuel? Just a yes or no?
I'm good.
All right, right on. Good luck, Timmy.
Thank you, buddy.
That was Mr. USAFirearms.com right there. Oh, no, there's a little bit of contact right there for P2. That's Aaron Raymond and Jeffrey Clifton doing a little bit of door banging. As you heard Zimmy say, they have fresh tires on back behind him. That pack that was leading before, Brandon Metler and crew, they went down pit road. Chris Carroll went down pit road. Everybody has pit now that is on the track. Let's get an update on Tyler Johnson, see if he is back out on track in the 5 car. He is indeed. Folks, bear with me for a second. Let's pull up his side ticker. Let's see how many laps Tyler Johnson lost. Sam has my stuff messed up. The gap, he is 3 laps down currently. Can he make that up? He's going to need some cautions. He don't need anybody else to go a lap down. He is currently the only car shown as a lap down. Stephen T. Johnson doing his best drift impersonation. I know they drift a lot at this track in real life, and I guess he just tried it as well. And folks, while we're here, I know everybody's watched the news lately. Damar Hamlin, safety for the Bills. Want to just send a branch out to them, say him and his family are in our thoughts and prayers here at True Sim Productions. And of course, the motorsports world, the skateboarding world lost a legend as well in a snowmobile accident 2 days ago. Mr. Ken Block, I love his Jim Connor series on YouTube where he goes drifting around, ripping up the streets. So rest in peace to Mr. Ken Block and Mar Hamlin, man. That's a scary deal if you're a football fan at all. Those are the type of hits you see almost weekly. And that's all it took was one hit to the chest, and that kid fighting for his life, man. That's a scary deal, but thoughts and prayers are with both families in that deal. And hope everybody finds the comfort they need going through the tough times. That is for sure. As Brian Zimmerman, he said he's just trying to stay out in front of Aaron Raymond. Remember, Aaron Raymond won race number 1 of the season. This is race number 2. Can the 68 go back to back? We are lap number 65 of 100. As let's go through the field really quick. As we'll go through the top 5 right now because it looks like the 68 and the 28 are getting ready to just get really, really chaotic here. You got Zimmerman out front and Raymond up 15 spots. He's holding down P2. Stephen T. Johnson, Mr. Big Bird on Discord and on Twitch. You see the twitch.tv. Get your own personal shot of what these drivers are going to by going to that twitch.tv link right there, /BigBird with some O's. And you can see exactly what these drivers are feeling in the cockpit at all times. You have Mr. Big Ugly Chris Carroll right there. The Canadian phenom himself. He's one ugly person, but man, oh man, he can wheel a race car. And then you got the other big ugly right here, Mr. Samuel Baumgarten. He is currently in P5, trying to get back up towards the front after an earlier mishap with him and the 38 of Garrett Crowe. Folks, while we're at it, check out the decal on screen right now at the bottom right of your screen. Crowe Company Woodwork. They do custom woodworking. Check them out on Facebook. Just search Crowe Company Woodworking and you will find them and tell them we sent you. Want to thank them for being a sponsor of tonight's event. As, oh, Zimmerman gets a little loose out front. Stephen T. Johnson going to the low side. Advantage to Stephen T. Can he come up front of 28? He cannot. As he had to abort the slide job right there, basically. That was basically a dirt move used on an asphalt track. And folks, if you like dirt racing, we will be back out on track tomorrow night. We are going to Fairbury, a really small track that is very, very tight, very, very small. And I can promise you there's going to be some bumps and bruises along the way there. Mr. Big Ugly in the 91, Sarah, he'll be out there compete, as will Scott Smith, Jason Korn, and all of our dirt guys. Check us out tomorrow night on True Sim Productions at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. There's a little bit of smoke out of the 91 right there. May have kissed the wall ever so slightly. Stephen T. Johnson, he's reeling from that move, but look here, Aaron Raymond's going to try it now. Raymond's really loose down there, but look at the time he gained. Zimmy's going to try to cross him over. Advantage goes to Aaron Raymond. Now Zimmy's got to do basically the same thing as caution is out. Who's it going to put out front? Where is the last timing and scoring loop at? My goodness. As uh-oh. Okay, SDK is not telling when people wreck, and I am not liking that at all. Was it the one car of Jeffrey Clifton going around? Oh, did Garrett Crow get another one out of here? Oh, no, he did not, Garrett Crow. I apologize if you watch this back. One car of Clifton just kind of lost it right there by himself. As it looks like Aaron Raymond is muted in chat. I cannot pull him up. I wanted to talk to Aaron about all the slide jobs and crossover moves right there, but what a freaking race we have going on. I got to pull him back up because Aaron's muted. Zimmy, it looks like you're scored as the race leader. Talk me through that lap and a half right there, buddy.
That was a fun lap there. Oh, Aaron, he's got some speed. I think he's got a little bit better tires than I've got. He's really quick. I think he got 4 maybe when we came down pit road. I took 2. Which gave me track position, but boy, it's going to be hard to hold him off. He made a great move in 3 and 4, and then I tried to cross him over in 1 and 2.
You made a great move
caution
too.
Just right.
You made a great move. I think without the caution, I think you still get him right there. I really do.
Yeah, I was going to slide up in front of him, but you know that it's going to be some good racing here these last 24 laps we've got. He's quick. He's got a lot of speed. I don't know if I can hold him off, but we're going to do our best.
Well, Zimmy, a track like this, we know the high lane is preferred, but when you see a driver like Aaron walk it all the way down to the grass, how do you combat that as a driver? I mean, if he slides up in front of you, what can you do, right?
Just try to cross him over. That's the only thing we can do. But yeah, he can't do that, but so many times he's going to wear those tires out.
Right.
So we're going to see that last lap. If he's behind him and he shoots low, it's going to be hard to hold him off. You know, we might have to take that low line too, come into that last lap to block it.
Well, also if it comes down to that, I would have to imagine that right foot's not coming off the pedal if they slide in front of you, right? I think it's anybody's game if somebody slides up in front of me like that on the last lap.
Yeah, last lap we're not lifting.
Right. Well, Zimmy, is it choose cone right now, brother?
Choose cone this time.
Well, good luck to you. Thank you for letting me know, folks. Let's see if we can find a camera angle for the choose cone. And thank you, Zimmy, for that.
No problem, bud. Enjoyed it.
Yep, good luck. We don't have a good camera angle. That's not good yet. Well, we tried, folks. We tried to get a great camera angle, and we failed at our job. Looks like we do have some comers and goers, though. Some people. Brandon Mettler gained a few spots, electing to go to the low side. So it's going to be Zimmerman. Then Carroll on the front row. Carroll went low. If he can slot in front of Raymond right here, they are teammates. Pit Leaders Performance Boys is the front row as they both get a great launch off. Chris Carroll right there to the inside. Some wheel spin as Aaron Raymond's right there on the back bumper of Chris Carroll. See if Carroll can get slotted in. He does right there behind Aaron Raymond. So it's Zimmerman, then Raymond, Chris Carroll. We've seen the crossover move. We've seen the dive bomb. We've seen the slide job. What's it going to take for the 68 to get around the 28 of Zimmerman? Looks like the 68 may have gotten to the wall ever so slightly right there. And don't count out Brandon Mettler yet. Dak Murphy, they are married back here in the pack. They pitted before the other guys pitted, so their tires are a little bit older, but they're on the same strategy as Zimmerman and Raymond are. So that proves that they still have good pace in those tires. They just got to get up on that wheel and push it. Now, Mettler pitted on lap 54. He pitted with Chris Carroll, Stephen T. Johnson, and Sam as they run right now. So as it stands, Chris Carroll, he has the freshest tires up closest to the front. 18 laps to go, though. I don't know if it's going to matter. Track positions looks to be king. Is Aaron Raymond going to elect to just ride out these next 17 laps? Or will he make that dive bomb move once again? Like Zimmy said, you can only try that move so many times. But you're also, not only are you asking a lot out of your racing tires, but you're also asking a lot of your racing competitors. Because when you slide up in front of somebody like that, they're going 15, 20 miles per hour faster than you at points. They could easily just run you over. Zimmerman, being a good guy that he is, he looked low and avoided Aaron Raymond, allowed him to initiate and finish the slide job last time. Like he said, though, last lap, we're not lifting anymore. I expect some fireworks to happen here. I think if Aaron Raymond waits to the last lap, though, I think his tires are going to be too far gone to make the move stick then. He needs to do it right now where tires are still somewhat fresh. He is right there to the back bumper of Brian Zimmerman, though. He don't have a choice. He's going to have to do something pretty quick because the 97's right there, almost basically just beating down his back bumper. 97's doing everything but hitting him right now. As 68's into the outside wall a little bit. That gives Zimmy a little bit of breathing room. But look how far the 68 drives it off in that corner. But it hurt him on exits. I hate to kind of not watch the rest of the pack, but my oh my, we got a good race going up front. As you see Clifton, Murphy, Mettler right here, all battling for the 6th place spot. Got Samuel Baumgartner in P5. Damn, he's not fond of these cars. He don't race them often. 68's into the wall. Chris Carroll, oh, a little bit of contact between the 68 and the 97. Both those drivers up on the wheel. Did a great job to not wreck either one of those cars. But that did allow the 16 and 91 to get a little bit closer to him. Throw a blanket over the top 5 here at Irwindale Speedway. As it's going to be 10 laps to go. Next time by the stripe. Looking back off Brian Zimmerman's fuel cell here. You hear him working that throttle. I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to let y'all listen. Really working that throttle. We saw Aaron Raymond actually get there and give him a slight tap. It was not a bad tap right there. That was one of them taps just basically letting you know, hey, I'm here. I'm trying to force you to make a mistake. Really, really applying the pressure on him right now as Clifton's going to try the Aaron Raymond move. All the way to the inside lane, slides up. Oh, almost contact between the 16 and then the 91. And now Clifton's going to slide back in to the high side. As it looks like Raymond, he is just pacing the 28 right now. Remember, Aaron Raymond took 4 tires compared to Zimmerman's 2 tires. Zimmy's loose right there in front of Aaron Raymond. Aaron Raymond's loose. Carroll's loose. Aaron Raymond's dipping down to the low side. I don't know if that's going to work for him. As it does, he slides up in front of Zimmerman. Zimmerman to the inside as caution is out. It happened again, folks. That's going to allow Raymond to the inside lane. My, oh my. What is going on? Folks, we're going to throw it over to MF Racing Designs for a short commercial break. We will be back before they go live. Stay here. You're not going to want to miss this last 4-lap shootout. Alrighty, folks, we are back. As it's getting ready to get down to the nitty gritty, let me know in the chat who do we got. Looks like it's going to be a 3-lap shootout here. Who do we got in the chat? You got Aaron Raymond, finally got that 68 out front. And you got the 28 of Brian Zimmerman sitting right there behind him, P2. And then Chris Carroll in the number 99 sitting P3. Is fireworks going to happen right here? What happens here, folks? What happens? I'm expecting fireworks. It's a track that's tough to pass at. We've seen Aaron Raymond and Zimmy. They have kept it clean all race long. Hey, that was a weird choose call. Aaron Raymond's in there warming up his tires. I don't guess he knows the rules here yet. He's fairly new to the series, so we will cut him slack on that. Alrighty, these boys, they're locked and loaded. Aaron Raymond is the control car here. He gets to choose when he fires off. 97 to the inside, that's Chris Carroll, Brian Zimmerman, Stephen T. Johnson, Samuel Baumgartner, that's your top 5. And my oh my, the 68 gets a great launch off right there. That may be it. That may be all she wrote. 68 may set sail here as there's 2 laps to go. Going to be white flag in the air next time by. If they make it to this flag, it's no matter what happens. As final lap, can Aaron Raymond go back to back? It looks like he just may. It's going to take a desperation move out of the 97 to Chris Carroll. As we go in turns 3 and 4 for the final time here tonight. It's all Aaron Raymond out front, going back to back. Battle is for P3. Jeffrey Cliff to the inside of Stephen T. Johnson. Stephen T gets it. Samuel Baumgartner P4. Jeffrey Clifton P5. My oh my, what a finish. What a finish. Aaron Raymond brought that 68 machine home. P1. Chris Carroll P2. I don't know if those are congratulatory bumps or some hey man type bumps. As we get our top 3 pulled up into the broadcast waiting room. Alrighty, folks, I apologize. Had to do some racing admin duties really quick. Give us just a few moments and we will have our 3rd place finisher up here, Mr. Stephen T. Johnson. Got in here late once again. Started in the 13th spot. Battled throughout the night. Had a clean car for most of the night. Never seen an incident out of the number 16 car. And he was able to bring it home in P3, excuse me. Waiting for the all clear. Alrighty, folks, we're just now catching up with Mr. Stephen T. Johnson. He did pass post-race tech inspection. Stephen T. Johnson, you're live in the booth. You got a copy?
How's it going?
It's going good for me. Probably going a little bit better for you. What a finish right there. You would have thought you boys were racing for the win right then.
Yeah, that was a bit chaotic. But like I said, anytime I get to talk to you is after a race, that's a good night. So I was
sweet. That was
just
sweet.
trying to do something a little bit different at the beginning of the race, just to try to steal some track position, and somehow it worked. When that caution came out around 50 or so, I had to pit in 3 laps for fuel.
Oh.
And we that whole top 5 that stayed out in that first caution, we were within 5 laps of having to do a green flag pit stop. So
going into the night, Steven, I normally ask. I didn't ask anybody. I came in with the assumption y'all could go 80, 90 laps, and with that caution, I was legit leaning towards y'all were good, and then I saw so many people pit, and I was like, whoa, what's going on? Right?
Yeah, we had about 55 to 60 laps on a tank of fuel.
Wow.
So we just tried something a little bit different, and we got super lucky with that caution, and then it was just chaos coming to the end.
So y'all pitted on lap 54. The other group pitted on 37. So track position definitely played in your favor. But Steven, I noticed you got in late once again. Didn't get to practice much. Started P13. You gained 10 spots. Got another podium finish. I feel like we talk to you every week. You know, got another podium finish. How tough was it coming to the field at a track that's just notoriously hard to pass at?
Yeah, this is actually my first time turning laps at this track, so I didn't realize what a track position race it was going to be.
Right.
And then just like as soon as everyone kind of settled on the top line, I'm like, oh, this is not going to be good. But just kind of wait for the opportunity. Got a little bit of lucky and was able to kind of just hang up there in the front and try to make something happen. But that was some pretty awesome racing up in the front. Hopefully, it was entertaining for you.
It was indeed. Well, thank you for that, and congratulations on P3. Who do we got to thank for the podium finisher tonight?
Appreciate you putting on these broadcasts. Crooked Line, y'all do such a great job. It's so much fun to be working with y'all.
Well, thank you for that, Steven, and congratulations for the P3. We'll get you back down to your racing, buddy.
All right, talk to you soon.
Later, buddy. Folks, we're going to do something a little bit out of the ordinary here. This man right here, he ended up finishing P5, but man, oh man, he put on one heck of a show to finish P5 right there at the end. He spun earlier, he came back, he didn't leave, he came back, he fought through adversity, and brought it home P5. Mr. Jeffrey Clifton, you're live in TSP's booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do. How are you?
I'm doing good, brother, and what a freaking finish, right? You would have thought, like I told Stephen T. Johnson, you would have thought you boys were racing for the win. Take me through that final lap.
I was just trying to do what I could with the fresh tires that I had. I spun there, and I thought about just parking it because, I mean, this track is really hard to pass at, and I wasn't really, I kind of figured I'd be starting way in the back, but then somehow I got restarted like second or first or whatever, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'll take it, whatever. So just tried to make what I could with those tires there. I mean, fifth is good. Fifth is better than not finishing.
Oh, absolutely. And the way y'all finished, I mean, you had, seriously, no exaggeration here, 4 cars battling for P5. You threw a Hail Mary there at the end. It didn't stick ultimately, but you gained a spot still doing it, so it did stick somewhat. So congratulations on that. Clifton in the one machine, who we got to thank from Yadkinville, North Carolina.
True Sim Productions, first of all. You guys put on a great broadcast every time. It's really quality, looks good. There's never really any hiccups. So,
unless I'm in the booth.
We like Sam better over here.
It's all good. It's all good.
And let's see, USA Firearms. Let's see, BAM Racing
videos.
I can't even read it. I'm trying to read I'm cheating. I'm reading the thumbnail.
You wasn't prepared for this either, right? I mean, I kind of pulled you up.
Yeah, somebody pulled me up in the broadcast room. I'm like, why am I here?
Right. All right, we're going to get you going, Jeffrey. Good job on the P5. Good job for sticking it out, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you next week, buddy.
I hope so.
Good luck, buddy. All right, folks, we had to talk to Jeffrey Clifton because that was a Hail Mary move to bring it home P5. Very, very impressive. Very ballsy move to try, and it stuck somewhat. He did gain a spot from it. But now we got to shift our attention to old big ugly Chris Carroll. Brought it home P2. Was looking like it was going to be a tight finish, but Aaron Raymond just had the great launch there at the end. Chris Carroll, you're in True Sim Productions booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy, Tanner Marr.
So I basically I laid it out there, right? Aaron Raymond got that great launch off on the restart. And with it being basically a green-white checker. Not a whole lot you can do. Talk me through that last restart. Talk me through what you wish would have went different, or you could have did different.
Yeah, I think I got as good a restart as I could get. I actually felt the tires spin, and I was like, "Uh-oh," and I had a shifter early, and looked like I cleared the guys behind me okay. So, but there just wasn't enough time to catch Aaron there. He had a good launch, and he got out there pretty good. So I overdrove it as was. I was a little squirrely in the corners, and I checked Zim and the boys up once, so I figured just bring her home. And I mean. The one thing, I got a 5-second hold in the pits, and I have no idea what I got it for.
A
that hurt my
5-second
track
hold.
position. Yeah, I took 2 and some fuel, and it just kept it gave me a 5-second hold. I have no idea what it was for, but hurt the track position. And from there, I just tried my best to pick off as many guys as I could, and got one short. Tanner Marr.
As a fellow racer, I don't even know what a 5-second hold would even be for.
Bizarre. It was
Yeah,
bizarre. I'm sitting there, I was yelling on the. I'm sure those guys were thinking I'm crazy yelling at my pit crew there, but.
the charm of sim racing there, brother. Well, Carol,
Absolutely.
we're points racing, right? Second race of the season, Bride Home P2. I think you used P2 first race of the season, 5 flags, if I'm correct, right?
I got wrecked in the lead. I'm not sure where I
Oh,
finished.
that's right.
That's
That
only
is-
a drop.
That's going to be a drop week. But still, got to think big picture in these seasons. Bride Home P2 here tonight. Who we got to think for the number 97?
I always got to thank you guys at TSP, man. You guys give us a place to do what we love to do, and we appreciate all the hard work, even though it doesn't seem like that sometimes. But always got to thank Brian Zimmerman, USAFirearms.com, and all my Pit Lizard boys, and got to thank Top Hat Comics. I always forget them, and just everybody out there tonight that raced me clean, man. There was a lot of good, clean racing. It was hard to pass, and we were touching doors, and really, that was a lot of fun out there, even though I hate that track. But I was going to thank my folks out there watching, too. They're out there and watching on their big screen. So going to thank those guys, too, Tanner, and everyone that works hard to put this on.
I know the old man's watching. He's a little
He
rough
is.
around the edges, but he's a good guy. Shout out to Mr.
He's
Carroll and
sick right
Mrs.
now.
Carroll. I hope you get to feeling better, my dude. Well, Carroll, good race tonight, buddy. I know you wanted that win. I could tell by how you were driving there at the end. You wanted that win. Y'all
Oh,
kept it
baby.
clean, though. And I'll be honest, you mentioned it. Track's tough to pass that. I was nervous coming into tonight, but y'all boys, y'all put on a show. I think we had 3 cautions, maybe. So kudos to that. Kudos to P2. We'll get you back down to your race team. And, yeah, I'm sure we'll be talking to you for the rest of the season.
Thanks, sir. Thanks for all the hard work.
Absolutely, boss. Alrighty, folks. We did not get to speak to this man last week. He is brand new to the series. And, I mean, rookie season, debut season, wins at 5 flags. We had an extended break for the holidays. Hope your family had a great New Year's and a Merry Christmas. Aaron Raymond won at 5 flags. Started in the back tonight. A track that's tough to pass that. And then he said, hold my beer. I'm going to try it again. Starting in the back. And he goes back to back. Aaron Raymond, without any more introduction, you are live in True Sim Productions booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, I do.
I know you're happy over there, brother, smiling. We've raced with you quite a bit in hosted sessions, right? But we've never really raced together in leagues. And these last 2 weeks, you came out and, I mean, I'm just going to say it, dominant. You're going to have a target on your back. You're the new guy coming in, right? So, and you're winning races. So that's going to naturally put a target on your back. But tonight, Irwindale got through the field, played the track position game perfectly. You pitted on lap 37, taught me through that, and taught me through the race.
Yeah, so we got that caution, and I think I was in, ninth? And I stood through my pit box, and I thought, well, this race is done.
Right.
But I only lost 1 spot, and I guess the people in front of me didn't take tiles. And I was just flying, and I got up into 5th, I think, and another caution came out. And I was just picking them off one at a time from there.
So, Raymond, are you accustomed to these cars? Do you run them very often, these late model stocks?
Well, yeah, all of a sudden I just fell right into the groove with these things, and it's all about tire management and being patient, which I'm decent at in this game.
Right. I mean, and you proved it last 2 weeks, right? Going back to back. That's pretty impressive. As next week, Aaron, we head to USA International. Unfortunately, you'll be starting in the back again next week, but you proved tonight that's not a problem. How you like USA International?
No, I make my chances there. I saw Irwindale on the schedule, and I was like, well, this ain't good. And I'm good at USA, so I should be able to pass people.
Right on, right on. Well, congratulations, Mr. Aaron Raymond. Who we got to thank on the number 68 pushed you to victory lane tonight?
Well, I got to thank all you guys for putting on these league sessions and the broadcasts. I got to thank DLF Reality. They make I'm in that competition to win the motion sim. Hopefully that goes well.
Yep.
My mom, my dad. Wasn't for them, I wouldn't have iRacing and half the content I have on it.
Well, Aaron, that's awesome. I know I mentioned earlier you're a little bit younger. How old are you, Aaron? Just for clarity here.
I'm good old age of 16.
Right there, folks. So I mentioned earlier, I thought he was like 15 or 16. He's a young gun. He's out here gunning down the veterans and doing a mighty fine job doing it. So, Aaron, we'll get you back down to your race team, let you celebrate. Congratulations on going back to back. I can almost guarantee we'll be talking to you again very, very soon.
Yeah, I hope I'll be in here again soon too.
All right then, buddy. Congratulations and have a good night.
Yep, you too.
All righty, folks. It's that time. But remember, we'll be back out here tomorrow night. I repeat, we will be back out here tomorrow night. Except tomorrow night, we are going dirt racing. That's right. We're going to the wild side. We're going dirt racing. Want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight. I hope you had a great Merry Christmas and a great New Year's, like I mentioned earlier. Want to thank you all for tuning in. As let's see if we fixed that down at the bottom. We did. Huge shout out to USAFirearms.com for being a serious sponsor. Want to thank Crow's Company Woodwork for coming on board, sponsoring tonight's event at the Irwindale 100. We'll go through the top 10, and then we're going to close up shop until tomorrow. Mr. Aaron Raymond, Chris Carroll, Stephen T. Johnson. That's first to third. Then Samuel Baumgartner gained 4 spots. He started P8. He finished in 4th. Jeffrey Clifton with a bonsai, a Hail Mary type football move on the racetrack. He brought it home P5. Dak Murphy, he led the first 37 laps of tonight's event. Track position and the way the cautions fell, ultimately he was not able to get back up there, but still salvaged a great P6 finish. Brandon Mettler's in 7. Brad Carpenter, Larry Bell, Derek Stanley round out your top 10 finishers here. Folks, hope y'all tune in tomorrow night. Same channel, same place, same time. We're going to Fairbury, a short, tight dirt track. Hope to have y'all there. We'll be going live at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. But for now, myself, Tanner Marr, in the True Sim Productions booth. Until next time, you know it, folks. Say it with me. We'll see ya.